Well, hello there, my friends. Happy Sunday, and welcome to a new episode of the live show From Patients to Superfans Cook and Learn Weekend Edition, where we dive into how to create amazing customer experiences your patients will rave about while making a delicious meal. My name is Renzo Trisolini. I help healthcare companies and teams start their customer experience revolution by turning their patients into brand ambassadors. On today's show, we're going to investigate what making a delicious Bolognese sauce for your favorite pasta has to do with building a strong and winning team for your company. To help us sort this all out, I am inviting live on the show the co-founder of Solid Engineering and also my brother Renzo. Let's bring him on. Ciao Renzo.
Ciao Matteo, hello everyone, how are you?
I'm good, come stai?
Bene, e tu? Tutto bene?
Tutto bene. So,
Perfect.
if you're watching right now and you're a little confused, this is what you can expect. This is a very special episode that I'm trying to have live every weekend where we cook together while we talk business. So we're going to learn not only how to make a delicious Bolognese sauce today, which Renzo is going to cook live while we talk, but also we're going to talk about business as well. Now, this show might be mostly in English and a little bit in Italian, because we also have Italian viewers out there. Ciao ragazzi, se ci state guardando. Let's
Ciao a tutti.
Renzo, just tell us first of all who you are, aside from the fact that he's my older brother. Don't you forget, older brother. But tell us who you are and what you do, where you live.
Okay, Matteo, thank you. Not so older than you. But anyway, I live in Bari, which is located in the southmost part of Italy, in Puglia. For our friends, is a beautiful region. We have a lot of good food, a lot of beach, a lot of very good things to see. So when it will be possible, cosa?
And to eat, e anche da mangiare.
And to eat, of course, and to eat. So my name is Renzo, and I'm the co-founder of Solid Engineering, which is a company who works in the technology field. We work with SolidWorks, Creaform products, strategies, which are products like 3D scanners, 3D printers, and software for design. So cooking is my second passion.
Yeah.
The first is playing music. I play saxophone. And the second is cooking.
Do you have it?
What, Matteo?
Do you have it?
Here, no.
No, okay.
No, here, I don't have it. I'm sorry. Next time. Next time we can speak about music.
So before we get into the topic and the recipe, which you guys will get the ingredients also, we're gonna post it here. We're gonna show it on your screen so that you can take a screenshot if you want. I always like to start the show with the rapid fire questions, Java style. My friend Java taught me this. So I'm gonna ask you 3 questions, Renzo, and just answer whatever comes to your mind, okay? First question is, what is the one funny memory from when we brothers were little?
Okay, the funny moment was, if you remember, when we made interviews of our grandmothers. Do you remember?
I do.
It was very funny moments, and yes, this is the funny moment.
Let's explain this, because at that time we had no cell phones, really no computers. All that we had was a walkie-talkie, a Walkman.
A big camera. You remember a big camera?
Oh, we did it on video.
Yes, on video.
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember?
So there goes my obsession with video already. So we were asking questions to them, but they were tricky questions. So we would ask something like, who would you slap in the face? This is pre-recorded, we will ask, but they wouldn't know. Who would you slap in the face? And then we would ask them, who do you love the most? And they would say the name, then we would add it. And it was just hilarious to see how our grandmothers were like 70 or 80 years old at that time. It was hilarious. Anyway, rapid question number 2. What is your favorite place on earth?
Well, probably it's not here.
Well, okay.
It's or I like California, or
Aha.
I like Nashville.
Ah,
Of course, my region is beautiful, but I like that places.
I guess Nashville is because of the music, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay. And then, okay, last question is what music is playing in the background when you need to stop and think?
Just music.
Just music. That was my guess.
Dex,
All
Dex
right.
or go.
So we are ready to start the recipe. Today we're going to make
Okay.
Bolognese sauce. Um, why don't you go ahead and show us what the first step is? And I'm going to show on the screen in a second also. Let's show it right now. The ingredients that you guys are going to need. Okay, here we go. So we're going to need, go ahead, Renzo. Extra virgin
Okay,
olive.
I change the camera view. So the first thing you have to do is, of course, putting oil on the pentola. I don't remember the name, pentola. Could you
That's a
translate?
skillet. So put the oil in the skillet, right? That's
Skillet.
easy.
Okay.
Everybody can do this, right?
Yes, of course. That's the basic level. Then I lit the fire, right?
Yeah, start the
Okay. And
stove.
okay. In the meantime, I can cut the onion,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if you can see. Okay, this is good. I remove the pelle superficiale della cipolla. Translate, Matteo, please. And
Yeah.
then I
So
cut very
you wanna
fine.
remove the peel, of course, and then cut the
Yes,
onion. All
yes.
right.
This is not good. This is not good. Okay. So I cut this way. This is
Very
a red onion, but you can use also the white onion
right.
as you prefer.
Yeah. So
And
you're gonna make it
okay,
tiny, very small pieces.
small pieces. And then carota,
The carrot.
the carrot, the same. You can cut in small pieces.
Yeah.
So,
And here are the ingredients as
okay.
well. So we need 50 grams of carrot. You know, we wanted to be kind of specific, I guess. All right, and then
And then abbiamo il sedano, che non so come si dice in
the
inglese, sedano,
second
no?
is celery. So you're also gonna trim the celery and put it on.
Celery, okay, celery.
Okay.
Okay. The most important thing is that you cut in little pieces.
Right.
Then you can mix everything in this way and then put on the oil. Okay. And now we proceed to add more onion because I like onion. If you don't like onion, put a small quantity.
Yep. And then so while you cut this, let's talk about something. Let's
Okay.
talk about something while you because it's gonna take a little second for the
Yes.
vegetables to kind of saute, right? Before we add the next ingredient. Now,
Yes.
we all, whoever is watching as well, are coming out of this horrible 2020 pandemic, and thank goodness we are getting somewhere with the distribution of the vaccine. But businesses like our businesses, smaller businesses, have had a really hard time. So I wanted to know, you are in Italy and I am in the US, and we both have our own business. I know what happened in the US when everything went down and how much the government was able to help. But what happened in Italy when you guys had to completely shut down?
Well, Matteo, when we stayed at home totally with no possibilities to continue our work, but
Fammi vedere la
we
faccia.
eccomi qua.
There you go.
Aspetta che cambio. But we work very hard from home, and we continue the service of support for our software, for our products. But we didn't have the opportunity to sell products as in the past. So we totally blocked ourselves for 3 months. The government made some aid, some help for us, but it was not sufficient, not so sufficient.
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 Yeah.
Anyway, we come back again to work in the month of June till now, because now we probably we discovered a new kind of work, because we work digitally from home, and for the text part of our work, and for sales they went to the customer. Hanno ripreso a lavorare comunque con i clienti, per fortuna, e le cose si sono un attimino riprese, anche se adesso diciamo non abbiamo qualche incertezza a causa appunto dell'incremento
So what he said is that fortunately things are going back to some kind of normalcy, but it's still kind of uncertain. So Renzo, what is the next ingredient for the recipe?
Okay, the next ingredient is pancetta.
Okay, pancetta.
Okay, I put pancetta here.
Here, and you're going to need 5.2 ounces of pancetta or 150 grams of pancetta.
Yes.
Okay.
E bisogna farla soffriggere per bene.
Okay, so you put it in the skillet and you keep sauteing.
Okay, this way. Oh.
Nice.
The most important thing is to mix all the ingredients so they can take a good shape, a good color. Look what good color I have.
I'm hungry already.
The green, the orange. Okay, and the next ingredient is peperoncino.
Okay.
Directly from my balcony. Peperoncino.
From your own.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we are already putting some interesting stuff in there. Today's concept is to figuring out what using the ingredients to make a delicious Bolognese sauce has to do with building a strong team. So we are seeing that we have some ingredients that are kind of standard, and then Renzo is trying to put some stuff in it that is a little special, right? So the peperoncino, the little red pepper that he just put in there, that is not a standard thing that you put in the recipe. That's his own little touch. And that tells me that building his own team also, while building his own team, he puts his own little twist on things. And we're going to talk about that in a little second. So Renzo, going back to the... Oh, are we ready for that? Okay, good. Let's do it.
I'm ready for that. And then for the other ingredients.
So this is ground beef.
Yes.
And for the ground beef, you're gonna need, let's see, 3 pounds or half a kilo. All right, and you're gonna mix it in, and you're gonna make sure that it browns. So before you go to the next step, it has to brown. It means it has to cook before you add anything else. All right, and then do this.
Okay.
There you go.
This way.
Oh.
Okay. And then after doing this, we have a special ingredient, Matteo, right?
Right, but we need to wait that it browns, right? Dobbiamo aspettare che si cuoce.
Sì, dobbiamo aspettare che si cuocia un attimino.
Grazie per l'italiano.
Quindi nel frattempo cosa ci raccontiamo?
Okay, so I wanted to go back a second to the pandemic, because you said that at one point you stopped all the sales. You were making no money, but you continued the service. So what also I have learned during the pandemic is that a moment of crisis like that, it's not a moment to make a sale. It's a moment for you to be there for your customers and keep giving them support. And that is the most important thing you can do as a company, to keep going even in your head, because it's very depressing to be in a crisis like this where you're thinking, I am not going to have a job. My team is not going to have a job in a few months. We're going to have to close down a business that we started a long time ago. So for me, focusing on giving back to my community really helped us move through and get through this. So, for example, in the healthcare industry, which is my industry, we focus on not only updating our community, not just our patients, but our entire community about what was happening with COVID and the testing available and what did it mean and what were the symptoms. That was, a given. We have to do that. But also, we decided it is time for us now to give back to them in a real way. So, for example, one of the things that we did was we gave a live on Zoom CPR class for infants and toddlers. We opened it up to anyone who wanted to watch it, not just our patients. They could have invited their own friends. Then we posted the recording on all the social media platforms so that everyone in the community or in the US or in the world would be able to have that skill. Because once you're quarantining at home, if something happens to your infant or toddler, what are you going to do? So we thought this would be a good thing. This is the little power that we have and that we can share, right? We found our little power in helping anyone who needed it. So that is one of the things that I really learned from the pandemic. Now, are we ready for the next ingredient?
Yes, yes, Matteo.
Okay.
Just 10
Now
seconds.
listen up, everybody, because this is an ingredient that is really special, and we'll tell you in a second. So Renzo, tell me, what is it?
Okay, the next ingredient, special ingredient, is white wine.
White wine.
White wine. Yes, we use it to sfumare la carne per fargli prendere sapore.
So what the white wine does is two things. First of all, one, it burns out the fat in the meat. And second, it kind of bonds together the flavors at that point. So white wine is a really special ingredient because it's something you don't see at all in the final product. Think about your company and think about all the things you do that no one can see in the end product when you deliver that experience. Nothing like white wine, you can't see that, but that happened before. So one thing that we can think of that is something that we can use when we build our customer experience and that no one sees is what I call, well, what everybody calls modeling behavior. And this comes from the top, right? So in my organization, we don't really have a top. We are kind of like all of us are on the same line, basically. So you could talk to the president and founder, my husband, Dr. Hai Kao, in a way that is accessible, free. You can bring ideas to the table. You can also tell your boss in my company, what happened yesterday didn't make me feel comfortable, right? The behavior that is modeled at the very top, so for leaders, is important because it's going to be noticed by the team, it's going to be learned, and it's going to be replicated. So for you all healthcare providers out there who own a private office, when was the last time you yourself picked up the phones and answered a call, scheduled an appointment, or helped in any way that is not necessarily your job? When was the last time you, healthcare leader, helped one of your teammates, even secretly, by taking care of a task that was on their calendar for that day, for example, and surprising them that way? These things matter. The way we talk to our teammates, the way that our body language matters. Don't you think, Renzo?
I think that giving the example is the most important thing you can do when you have your own work, because you have to be the first to do what you want to that work. Allora, te lo dico meglio.
Okay.
Dare l'esempio è importante. Dare l'esempio è importante perché se vuoi che gli altri facciano quello che tu chiedi di fare, è bene che tu gli possa mostrare come farlo per la prima volta ed essere sempre pronto a dare una mano quando serve. Questa è la cosa importante.
What he said is that whatever you want to accomplish, whatever your vision is, if you don't behave towards that goal with certain behaviors, then you can't ask your teammates to do the same. You can't get mad if they don't do the same thing. I totally agree with that. And this is one of the most difficult things in business. This is why a lot of businesses just prefer to go ahead and just be whatever they are going to be without thinking, without putting too much work into it. And this is why there's a lot of turnover for employees. So there are employees who just lose interest and they quit, or there are bad employees who at one point you want to kind of get rid of, right? But if you put time into modeling behavior, and it's exhausting to do so, but it's rewarding also to do so. Okay, what is the next step for our recipe? So far we have cut vegetables, we have pan fry them, then we added the pancetta, and then we added the ground beef, and then we added the invisible ingredient. All right, and now what? What do we do now?
Now I'm going to put sauce.
Tomato sauce. Okay.
Tomato sauce, which is important, Matteo.
Yep. Let's go back to the ingredients. You're gonna need 2 boxes. Okay. For our American viewers, the closest thing that I can buy in the US that is an acceptable tomato sauce to use to make bolognese or any tomato sauce from scratch is, and this is not an endorsement, I don't get paid for this at all, I wish I did, but I don't. It's Pomi, P-O-M-I. It comes in boxes. You're gonna need 2. We're making a serving for 4 people, okay? So you're gonna need 2 of these boxes, 1 liter or 33.8 fluid ounces. All right, so let's see what this is going to look like. Ready?
Go.
There you go.
Wow. Okay. All the sauce is here.
Per tutti gli italiani. Io ho suggerito il pomì perché è l'unica salsa che puoi trovare in America che è decente.
Sì, altrimenti
Mi dispiace. I know my mom is like cringing because I said pomì sauce. I am sorry, but that's what we have. All right,
Matteo. One more important thing is, and this is a secret. I don't know if I can reveal to you and your friends, but
yes, please.
I remember that Mama and Nonna will add water directly here in order to have all the sauce in the. Okay, I will do it now.
Yes.
I put some water.
Saying basically, is that we learned from my mom that, and this might be also because my mom was born right after the Second World War, where Italy was incredibly poor, and maybe we don't know where she learned this from, but maybe my guess is from that. So you can't waste anything. So she would put a little warm water inside of the container of the tomato sauce, shake it up a little bit so you will collect everything, and then put the rest in there like Renzo is doing right now. Because 1, you don't waste anything. And number 2, whatever you put in there is going to evaporate. And it's going to make, it's going to give a little more flavor to it. Now,
this is because pomi or other sauce is too dense. So
it's kind of thick.
Water, yes.
Exactly. So now, since we put the tomato sauce, Renzo, if I can see your face again, we can talk about one more thing. Because I think that the tomato sauce is one of these ingredients of the recipe also that has something to do with building a team. Because we talked about it earlier, like putting the tomato sauce is kind of putting a bonding agent in the recipe. And there are bonding agents in our recipes for building a strong team. So for example, for me, a team that believes in a shared sets of values, and at the same time a team that works towards a higher purpose and a bigger company vision that is clear, is a successful team, has the most chances to become a successful team. So to me, the bonding agent in my company is to make sure my team shares the same values, which are our company values, and works towards the same vision and goals. What do you think? How does it work in Italy, in your company?
Well, probably the bonding, right?
Mhm. Bonding.
The bonding agent probably is the responsibility, because if you give responsibility to your employees, to your how to say collaborators,
Team members.
probably they team members, probably they will feel the company as come se fosse la loro, okay, come se fosse
As
la
their
tua.
own, exactly. They
There,
will they will feel that the company, your company, is also their company. They will take pride in what they do. They will be more motivated to go above and beyond, and not just to work 9 to 5 and then go home. Right?
of course.
I absolutely agree with this. So we put in the tomato sauce, and now I know this has to cook for how long?
Uh, so you have to cook this for about 2 hours.
2 hours, because guys, we are
Yes,
in Italy. I am sorry, New Yorkers who want dinner ready yesterday. You're gonna have to put the work in. This is the same as building a strong team. You need to put the work in. It is not gonna happen overnight. In this case, it takes 2 hours.
2 hours,
Don't you think,
and
Renzo,
then
when we were little, our grandmas actually would cook it for maybe longer? Do you remember the
probably.
summers that we spent in the little country house that our family had? And we were little, but our family spent 3 weeks making the tomato sauces in the jars
Yes,
from tomatoes, and how that smelled, and what you smell when you woke up for
I
3 weeks
remember.
ago. Remember, like we wouldn't see mom, papa, nonna. We wouldn't see any of them for all that time, and they were making either tomato sauce or they were making the jam,
The
right? La
jam, I
marmellata,
remember. Yes, la marmellata, sì, sì.
right?
Sì, sì, ricordo. Marmellata e salsa, è
Marmellata e
vero.
salsa, and that
Mm.
they would spend 3 weeks making sauce in the summer, so that they would have the stock for the entire winter. They didn't buy one single can of pre-made tomato sauce because they put in the work before, during the summertime. Remember? I don't
I
even
remember,
remember
Matteo.
playing with you because I think I spent time either killing ants.
Sì,
That was
è
my
vero.
hobby, was like to find ants and just kill them all.
Or going around with bike, you remember?
Oh, wait, with a motorbike.
Oh no, the bike. No, the motorbike. Also
We
the
also
motorbike.
had a little motorbike that, like, yeah, there was like third hand motorbike that I almost killed myself with, by the way.
Or
Uh,
jumping on the trees. Do you
yes,
remember?
exactly. So, all right, so we need to cook it for 2 hours, and then what happens? Because we
Mhm.
can't wait for 2 hours.
And then by the end of the cook, you have to add one more secret ingredient, Matteo.
Okay, so we
Two
also
more,
have a
two more.
secret ingredient. Let me see if I can go get it.
Mhm.
One second. I know I can. All right, we're gonna reveal the secret ingredients as well. Here we go. So up here, you guys see there's the invisible ingredient, the white wine, and then secret ingredients. There are two: noce moscata, which is the nutmeg,
Mhm.
and
And by the end, you can add a little sugar in
a
order
little
to
sugar. Now that's
sugar.
interesting.
Yes, in order to remove the acidity of the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end, you can put noce moscata in this way. I put here
Okay.
now, and a little bit of zucchero,
So what does the
un
sugar
po' di
do?
zucchero.
Nutmeg.
The sugar remove the how to say in English?
The acidity?
l'acidità del sugo,
Right. The acidity.
the acidity, okay? And then
Right.
mix.
All right.
And before serving,
Yep.
maybe direct on the dish, you can put basilico,
Basilico.
okay?
Yeah, basil
This way.
leaves for a couple of reasons. One is that it's just beautiful to look at, and number two, it gives a little kick that you only like can taste if you put them at the very very end. So you can't put them at the beginning because they will just die in there. All right. So here you have your recipe. Where are you? I can't see you.
Oh, I want to show you something.
All right. All right.
Because this is the most important thing. This is
All right.
pasta. This is orecchiette,
All right.
directly from Puglia. You can use orecchiette, you can use tagliatelle, you can use scialatielli, every kind of pasta you want. But be aware, cook reading the minutes here, okay, and taste. Because I prefer pasta al dente, but if you want, you can cook 1 minute more, not 10. Okay.
Right.
So be careful with pasta. Next time we will do probably how to cook pasta in a good way. Okay.
All right. Awesome. So here you go. If you guys have questions, you can reach out to us. Renzo, how can people reach out to you if they're interested either in tomato sauce or in your past life when I lived in Italy with you there, or if they want to reach out to you about building teams or about your company and your service?
Okay, you can reach me on LinkedIn, on Facebook, so you can find me on LinkedIn. And if you want, I'm here and I can give you any information about my work or everything else, or cooking. Okay, thank you.
Awesome. So we're at the end of this live show. I just want to invite everyone to join our community, please. If you are interested, if you're in the healthcare system, this is for you guys. We have two amazing groups and communities online. One is on Facebook. The group is called the 5-Star Healthcare Customer Experience. And the other one is on LinkedIn. Of course, it's called From Patients to Superfans. I want to remind everyone that we are going to have a new live show From Patients to Superfans this coming Tuesday. We're going to bring everything back to marketing, and we're going to talk to Vicky Morris, who is the co-founder, who is the founder of Face-to-Face Marketing. She's going to help us out understanding how to define our ICA. What's an ICA? It's the ideal customer avatar. If that is not a concept that you are clear about, you need to watch this show Tuesday, this coming Tuesday at 6:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time. And also remember, on Friday, next Friday, we have a brand new 5-Minute Fridays. And this coming week, guess what? We're going to talk about psychological safety. And if you want to know what that means, just tune in next Friday on LinkedIn or on our community groups. All right, Renzo, thank you so much for your time.
Grazie Matteo, grazie a te.
Enjoy this Bolognese sauce. I know your kids, Marco and Andrea, were texting us on WhatsApp asking, what is Papa cooking tonight? What is all? So now they know. All right, enjoy your dinner. Thank you so much for everybody for watching.
Grazie a tutti.
We'll see you soon.